Okay, Harsha, over to you.
Thank you so much. So, good morning, everybody. Oh, it's a beautiful Sunday today, and I welcome you all to the Young Indian Theosophers meeting of wonderful session today because we are talking on something that is so delightful to us. It is about J. Krishnamurti's Real Revolution, and which includes the topic questioning. And the agenda is as follows. We'll start it with the universal prayer, and then I'll take you to the video where the lecture of Mr. J. Krishnamurti will be there. And from that, we'll take into a discussion format, maybe like what are the insights, what kind of developments we are feeling in that sense of what we understand, and we take it deep and make it into a conversational dialogue or something, which gives us again an input for us and maybe a food for thought kind of thing. So it will be a beautiful session, and I'll start it with the universal prayer. Please do chant with your, from your heart, and that would be great in the initial step. So, starting with the universal prayer. O hidden life, vibrant in every atom. O hidden light, shining in every creature. O hidden love, embrace in all in oneness. May all who feel themselves as one with thee know they are therefore one with every other. Thank you so much. So, with permission of Mr. Shikhar, I'm taking to share the screen. Is it okay? Yes, thank you so much. Hello?
Yes, Harsha.
I hope everybody have listened to what Mr. J. Krishnamurti has wonderfully explained. No, rather explained, I would say, inquired us into some kind of questioning, not the regular questioning which we do in our daily life, but the questioning which involves getting rid of everything and then revisiting what is actually happening inside the mind. Mr. J. Krishnamurti has been the few most rational investigators of philosophy, and his questioning has been so invaluable for the upcoming generations of who are to be the torch bearers of their industries. For example, I heard Mr. Bruce Lee, who is known as one of the legends of all-time greats. He has been a profound student of Mr. J. Krishnamurti. And all this happened because of J. Krishnamurti's approach of how to actually start your journey of questioning or inquiry. This has been the foundation or the fundamental step. That is why in this lectures of Real Revolution, it is the sixth part, the questioning. He's stressing on the fact what kind of approach you need to really take. Not the approach, whether he has talked about getting rid of the fragmental approach, getting rid of the whole together approach, getting rid of influence before questioning. So there is no one particular point or juncture or idea of this is the way I need to question, or these are the inputs I need to take before questioning. He have completely ignored that part and asked the man himself, what are you actually inquiring about? if we are taking a particular standpoint, particular point of view, and then start questioning, there are influences now. As he rightly mentioned, when we talk about fear, different religions have got different perceptions, dogmas, or theories. May be true, may not be true. When we are taking the side of this may be true or may not be true, we get into a trap of some confusion, because we take the stand of fear, we take the stand of prejudice, we take the stand of what if not. If this is done, the questioning beauty gets disturbed, because he rightly says questioning is beautiful concept. One must know what is a right question and what is a wrong question. In the very initial start of the video, he mentioned about right questioning and wrong questioning. Again, there is never a judgment of what is right question or what is wrong question. It's up to the individual. So if I have to summarize in a few beautiful ways of what he has explained or what he has talked, that would be, one beautiful thing in the end. He mentioned, can I, as a human being, lead a different kind of life altogether? When the person in the backstage asked about if we accept Jesus as a God or if we accept Jesus as a teacher, what is the right way? He says, can I as a human being leave all this influence? Because anyway, we are influenced by uncontrollable things like climate, weather, society around. Can I, as an individual, inside my heart, be free of all these influences and then lead a different kind of life? Is one of the beautiful insight that I have, developed from this video. And it is quite extraordinary to listen to him again and again, and take them not as an input to question, but a standpoint from where, okay, we are on this track, we are taking this kind of influence, we are in just this kind of prejudice. Okay, let me give my brain, my mind, something to actually think real. So with that note, maybe if someone can add something, or if someone can unmute themselves and can share what they feel about what their thoughts, we are free to do it.
Yeah, you can raise hands also, and we can invite you for sharing your thoughts. And or you can just switch on your video and unmute yourself to share. And I think people are still contemplating over the video that you have shared, Harsha. Okay, brother Jitendra Sampath ji. Wait. Oh, sorry. I think I have to change a setting. Wait. Okay, yeah. Now everyone can unmute themselves. Yeah.
I think you have to unmute yourself.
Hello? No? Okay, I can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Oh, okay. So to start with, let's change the name YIT, Young Indian Theosophist, to Young International Theosophist. Just, we should not identify with our race, caste, kid, color. We are one. I mean, this is what Krishnamurti has been saying, that when you say that I'm a Japanese, I'm a Russian, I'm Chinese, we are being violent. So let's stop the violence from here. Said we leave the YIT as such, but it should be known as Young International Theosophist.
Yes, sir. Yeah, sure. We do have that, but this is just a sideline on a national body. We have it, international forum too.
Yeah, but all the young theosophists in the world should belong to this YIT. We should merge in. This is very important
Yes, sir.
because this is exactly what Krishnamurti was talking about. This wars and conflicts and all that starts because we identify with our language, our race, our creed, our.
No,
So
this
we are divine. We are boundless, and so forth. We know now that in theory, let's put it in practice.
yeah, yes, so this is, it's not in at identifying ourselves with it, but more of an administrative thing, like a passport. I mean, you have to have a passport of some nationality. I mean, for applying it, you cannot say that I don't have a passport. So we, in spirit, we are not attaching to any nationality, but for administrative purposes, this name has been given. But I agree with you totally on that, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that one, a passport, and I also have a passport and everything. But the body is Zambian. The body is Zambian. I am not.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So this is what I mean. We need it, as you said, because of the world has not changed. Like I have changed, or you have changed, but we don't have that. They don't have the understanding. But doesn't matter. Time will come when we put into practice. They will change.
Yes.
You be the change. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, Brother Jitendra. I guess Harsha, Brother Ganesh ji also has. Brother Ganesh Kumar ji, you would like to say something?
No, thank you. I'm just listening.
So
Just one thing.
someone raised their hand.
Yeah.
Just a minute while ago, someone raised. I think.
That was Harnath.
Yeah, it was Harnath.
Okay, Brother Harnath, if you can unmute and start your video. And yeah, in the meantime, we are waiting. I think that was a very thought-provoking things that we just saw in the video. That many times we just question out of curiosity. And curiosity means we are not so deeply, we don't want to go deep into the problem, the root of the problem, just do some cosmetic solution on the surface. But what he's saying that if we look at the bigger picture, then from that, whatever the question comes out, it also carries the solution. And then the solution will be holistic and not some fragmented that we just correct one part, but the rest of the part whole is still suffering. And for that, we should be able to look at the problem without any prejudices or bias like fear of anything. So that was a very good interaction between the student, that he was saying that how can I be free of the fear of death? And JK was saying, but only if you are free from fear of death, then you can see that what it is actually. Then you can question it actually. Okay, Ganesh Kumarji has raised his hand. Yes, sir.
Just to thank you. One of the problems that he has pointed out is we are a bundle of our memories.
Yeah.
And because we keep on carrying our memories, the past and our future expectations, that is one of the greatest problems. If you deeply analyze, one of the greatest gifts of humanity is our faculty of imagination and our great memory. Our memory, I think I just remember what happened, what somebody hurt me, I think 20 years back, okay? Jitendra Bhai, he hurt me some 25, 30 years back, he told me something like that. I still carry on in my memory. And I have a fear that he is going to hurt me in the future also, which both of them, which are not going to happen, which is not there, but I carry these things and I have all the stress and things like that. For this one, he says, if only we could die each moment. Even Radhaji has talked about the same thing, dying every moment. See, if we die every moment for the experience, each moment we experience beautifully. One example is, yeah, we see a beautiful sunset. The very first time we enjoy that sunset, okay, we are completely absorbed in that one. And then after the sunset, we realize, oh, that was a wonderful experience. But if I keep on seeing it every day, what happens is I become dead to that particular emotion. Okay. I think the kind of emotion or the joy that I get the very first time, it doesn't repeat. If only I could die every moment. Okay. It's not that actually physically we die, we could get rid of these things. Probably each moment we will be flowering. Okay, we will be able to experience life to the fullest extent. Just to think about, may not be the right thing or whatever it is, but we can think about it. Thank you.
Definitely, that is a very good point. In fact, when you said we have to die to experience it fully, that is the most pleasurable experience altogether, because someone who has got it, get into it is complete in his life daily, constantly, and now he's feeling bored of it. He cannot able to cherish the beauty of it. Then comparing with the person who is living it completely, and in the rest of the day he is leaving it again, taking it in the morning, again leaving it in the night. That cycle makes him more joyous, more receptive to the nature. In fact, that's what I feel. Thank you so much, sir. Anybody else would like to add some point or something? We'll take the discussion forward. Yes, Mr. B.S. Babu Garu. You can unmute yourself. Yes.
See, in this talk, JK was telling, ask questions and ask right questions. How do we know what are the right questions? That is one thing. Second thing is, what is that new that he is asking us in asking us to ask questions? For example, even 2005 years back, there is this proverbial Socratic questioning. All Indian traditions, the classical is Sambad, where questions are asked and answers are proposed. So it has been human nature all throughout to ask questions. What exactly is new that JK is telling when he is saying ask questions and ask real questions? What I'm trying to understand. Any light this?
Maybe I can give a perspective of what I have inquired and understood from the video or from the learning point of view. I would say people come up with ideologies rather than questioning. They have already pre-built their system of mind before questioning something. For example, if I'm talking about Shri Krishna or something like Sri Rama, I have a preconceived notion of what is it like, what kind of culture or what kind of context I have about Mr. Sri Krishna or Mr. Rama. For few people, they are God. For few people, they are mythology or something like a character. If I take a standpoint and start questioning, Lord Sri Rama is the greatest individual or the greatest human being altogether, how do you actually prove it? If this is the question, if I make something, then this is more of an influence or an ideology. This kind of questioning is actually harmful for the growth of the mind. Why? We again stick to the same ideology. We take comfort of that ideology because we get answer from that. Anyways, we get the answer from that. And it adds more and more strength to that belief which we formed in the initial stage. what Mr. Krishnamurti says, free yourself from all these kind of, baggages, or, what is that is coming into your mind because of so and so reasons. Free that and see what is actually there. For example, I'm facing my laptop and it is made by some manufacturer, HP manufacturer. If I have an influence of HP has fired so and so employees, 2014, 15, they have been harsh with their, staff or something. If these kind of thoughts are coming in my mind and making an impression of HP, that really doesn't make sense. I'm seeing a beautiful laptop which is made by a beautiful human being, HP, that gives a free will, free understanding, or free space to think about. Maybe that kind of approach he's expecting from the human being. It is simple at times. It is absolutely simple at times. Sometimes it is very difficult, impossible to. That is what I feel, sir, Mr. Babu Garu. If somebody
Yes.
wants to add some point, they can definitely.
Can I add one more?
Yes, sure.
Is JK suggesting to us that we should question whatever comes in our way, or is he actually hinting at what is that we should question about?
No. I feel he is not hinting us on what to question about. Definitely not. He is hinting us to get rid of what is actually questioned by people. Don't take their side. You think what is coming in your mind and go with it. Don't think on right and wrong. This is what he is saying. It's not about what kind of questioning we need to do and what kind of approach we need to follow. It is not in that way. Mr. Harnath, you have something to say? You can definitely start.
See, the first step of spiritual life is skepticism. Without skepticism, no one can grow in terms of spiritual life. Until unless one doesn't cultivate this habit of questioning, or if you don't have this habit of or this kind of skepticism, they will never grow in terms of spiritual life. Whatever the subject you have taken in the spiritual life, whatever the question you will take in the spiritual life, it will lead to a final question like, who am I? That's what Ramana Maharshi or Jiddu Krishnamurti or the so-called spiritual leaders had end up with that final question, who am I? So what I am telling is, there is no such kind of thing like right question or wrong question. There is only questioning. And if you clearly or if you deeply observe this questioning part, when you are seeking an answer for that question, then it will convert into a desire. If at all, if you are seeking for an answer to that question, that questioning itself is a desire, because I am seeking an answer. If at all, if I don't seek any kind of answer, if at all that question is genuine in my mind, if that question is deeply hurting inside, then you will try to find out the ways to get the answer by yourself. It's not from the outside. Answers will come only from the inside itself. What all the answers that are coming from the outside, they are not I can say true answers. Truth can only find out by the habit of skepticism. Truth can only find out by the way of questioning. If at all, if you don't question, if you are habituated to this routine life, people will never question. They will get okay with the daily routine life. Okay, so everyone should cultivate this habit of questioning if you are in the path of spirituality. So that's it from my side, and JK has well explained. If at all, if you have choices in your mind, that choice will lead to confusion, and out of that confusion, no one should question. If you want to question it, you should be clear about the topic. Then only you will question. Thank you. That's it from my side. That was nice discussion.
Yes, Mr. Jitendra Sampatji. Yes.
Yeah, there are a few questions that we need to answer ourselves. Do I need to become one of the member of the religion? Do I need a religion at all? Does anybody need a religion at all? Is it necessary? Another thing, does the prayers work? Questioning is this, are the prayers working? I'm praying so many years and I'm not being answered, not being favored. So this sort of thing, that do we need the temples? Do we need the mosques? Do we need the churches? Do we need them? I don't know. I don't think so anyway.
So that Jitendra ji, right now you are in a questioning mode, do we need this? Do we need that? So these questions we have answers in you itself. If I tell no, we don't need any religion, that would not be an answer.
Exactly.
That would be something, right? So the answer lies in you.
Again, just to add this point, in the initial first question, there's a boy who asked, he has a desire to, he's feeling that there's a lot of hunger problems in India, and he wants to solve that problem. And Mr. Krishnamurti asked him straight away, what is that problem? What is that entire problem? Are you looking at the problem of, solving few people's hunger? Or what is that you're looking at? Is it nationality issue? Is it, a state issue? Or is it like complete patriotic point of view? What you're feeling some helplessness for your country? What kind of thought process are you having before questioning something? Why do you actually want to solve this problem of hunger? In the same way, when Mr. Sampatji asked, do I really require the refugee of a religion? Is definitely a standpoint or question that one has to ask. But I feel, even though if you are in a religion or something, if you're not taking it to your, the thinking level, you're just practicing it without having any kind of, I want this from so-and-so prayer, I want this from so-and-so, practice. If this is not there in the background and you're just following it because your culture says so, because we are living in a society, we have to follow some ethical standards or some cultural standards which are fixed. But if we don't take it to the mind and we just follow it normally, then that would never harm us. But if we take to a mind and start to think and influence others also with that kind of approach, then that is more of a problem. If I'm practicing my rituals daily, my puja daily, and leaving it behind, when I'm questioning my spiritual side, then that should never be a problem, is what I feel.
Also, we can question what is the religion really? I mean, what we are following is really religion? Or are we actually just following some dogmas, some rituals, and if we really understand the meaning of the word religion, which means to join, to bind, to bring people together, then anything in our practices or our beliefs that creates a sense of separation will automatically drop. Then it will not be important anymore whether one belongs to which religion, because in that sense, basically, there is no belonging to a particular group, because then you are religious, really religious, not belonging to a particular sect or a creed, which have been in existence for so many times. Because the moment I say because that is the thing, that's what actually I would like to bring one comment by Brother Ganesh Kumar ji in the video, that in the video one student was mentioning starvation and he wanted to come and help some thing to do about it, and JK explained as how such a question should be tackled in totality and not in a fragmented or prejudged way, as Harsha just commented. So if suppose religion, let us take the example of religion. It is telling me to be kind, to be loving, to be helpful. And then it creates a boundary between me and some people following the other religion. Then I should question that if I am trying to be kind, loving, and empathetic, why to not to everyone? Why that love stops at a boundary? It's like, okay, I am Indian, so I love my country, but why does that love stop at the geographical boundary of the place called India? Okay, it's good to love your, I mean, you love your parents, you love your siblings, your brothers, sisters, friends, but that does not have to stop at a particular boundary. And that's what I think, in the same sense, religion, it means to bring together. So we should question. And actually that may be one of the ways to remove all those kind of rituals or superstitions or dogmas which separates us. And actually that is the alchemy of purifying the religious, religious traditions. That's what is one of the work of theosophy, to remove the superstitions and beliefs that separates one group of people from another group. That will make you actually basically fully human religion or some other thing. So, okay, there is one more comment from Brother Ganesh Kumarji. Harsha, I will just read that. And
Yeah,
then,
sure.
as mentioned in that gem, at the feet of the master, there are people for whom these rituals are not anymore necessary, but there are still millions who benefit from these religious rituals and practices. Yes. So that is one of the more reason not to impose our understanding on others. If you have understood, okay, let you not be affected by what others say, but you also, or I also, do not impose that no, this is wrong, this is, you should not do this, because everyone will learn in their own time. But if someone comes to you asking advice or something, some help, then this kind of conversation that we are having today may be helpful to have a different outlook or different view to the situation, I guess. Thank you, Harsha.
Yes, thank you, Shikharji. It was great. Anybody else want to add some point? We'll wait for one more minute, Shikharji, and if there is nothing, like, we can conclude the session.
So, okay. And okay, nobody is saying anything, just a thought again came. I think why questioning is very important, because in some of the places or some of the traditions, questioning has been labeled as a sin.
That is there, actually, that is true.
That you cannot question the scriptures, you cannot question authority. And that is exactly what in Theosophical Society or Theosophy, or even in this Sanatan Dharma tradition, earlier, not now, maybe now it is just like everything, things get deteriorated. That inquiry, the spirit of inquiry, is the key to growth and evolution. And even SPB says that, don't believe me, you have all the right to question anybody. But as when you have, seen the whole picture, big picture. So otherwise, blind faith and superstitions will come in.
Yeah, that is there. And a few people also say experience supersedes questioning. Some people say they felt this not by questioning, but maybe by just on a random day, something happened to them, some kind of thing, glorified in their mind. Maybe they call it a sweet spot, of understanding something very divine. I don't judge them, but I don't, they take their point in such a way they give this experience lot of value, that they start this experience as their whole life, and they stop questioning and investigating, which is like, you're ending your journey of, questioning the deeper aspects of life, which can even further maybe give you the chance of being so good in your arena or in your stream.
Yes, totally. The moment we become stagnant, no, there is no more vitality there, so we stop growing. So, okay, I think nobody's there, so I would proceed with the closing.
Yeah.
And on behalf of Indian section and YIT, first of all, would like to thank Brother Sri Harsha for conducting this wonderful session on real revolution questioning, the video by J. Krishnamurti. And I would like to thank all the delegates who joined and made this interaction very vital and interesting, and hope and wish that all of us got some food for thought and some amount of spark of inquiry to continue this in our daily life. And also would like to thank the technical team of YIT for conducting this session smoothly. And then let us now all come together and use all our thought and willpower for the welfare of the whole manifestation in the form of this Sanskrit mantra. Om. Sarvesham swastirbhavatu, Sarvesham shantirbhavatu, Sarvesham purnam bhavatu, Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu, Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, Sarve santu niramaya, Sarve bhadrani pashyantu, Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhave. Om Shanti
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Oh.
Thank you everyone for joining from all over the world and encouraging us, and see you next Sunday, same time, same channel. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend. Thank you.